What's going on, dudes? I got a little quick thing. I thought it was really wild. Actually, while I was sitting on break and kind of broke out here recently. Now, as me recording it, it's only been like I think an hour. People have been talking about it. Another Boeing whistleblower passed, and respectfully, I have to say this is getting into tinfoil hat area. They both shared the same lawyer, and also, if you didn't know, basically his what's been announced so far that the cause of him passing is super sketchy. It was called a brief illness, something similar to like pneumonia, and it pretty much washed over him, cleared him, and was gone. Now, like I said, conspiracy area right now. Now, I don't, I don't subscribe to coincidence. I will say I am very conspiracy, nut when it comes to, we'll say, millionaires, moneymakers, elitists. We'll say that. I'm going to be vague with that because I don't want to get into details. Everybody put the tinfoil hat on, and then we go on a rampage and ramble and all that. But I will say this. The guy that passed away, Joshua Dean, passed away like really recent. And the weird thing is the other guy passed away from what I understand, he pushed his off button himself. Which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but billion-dollar companies can easily pay for somebody to make that look like it was a self-inflicted problem. And I would be honest, that's 100% a possibility. At this point, we can only really use our thinking caps. And, maybe it is the way it is. Maybe it's just coincidence. But like I said, don't really subscribe to coincidence. Here's another thing. What he was outing, which is something I didn't look into really today. I knew of this, but I didn't look into it. Basically, to give you a rundown, it's a quality control issue. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have probably worked in a factory. I worked in a couple of different factories, different types. One with, manufacturing vehicles, other one that was manufacturing furniture, stuff like that. So to let you know, quality control, at least in the business I worked, was pretty serious, except for the furniture factory. Furniture factory, we broke couches all the time and sent them to big lots, so nobody cared. But the car manufacturing place was very strict on quality control. Well, apparently Boeing decided to skip out on that. Now, the whole issue is this guy had been pretty much outing them for years now, trying to get them to do their job. And if I had to guess, it was incompetency, higher ups, a lot of assholes that just don't want to listen to anybody. All they want is their paycheck, go home. That's it. They don't care about the actual work. Now, I'll explain this a way I read it not too long ago. There was a saying on why stuff like incompetency exists in the workplace so much, and especially with higher ups. When you're good at your job, you're going to want to move up. Most people do. So if you're good at the production line and you want to move up to some manager position to take those steps, you're going to move up to every promotion. Well, those promotions, you're going to move up as far as you can handle, basically as far as you're competent. Once you reach a level that you can't, I'm not good enough to go to the next level, you're basically showing how incompetent you are at your level. It's the gist of what was explained. So I'm assuming that's what's going on here. Just a bunch of incompetent people thought they could get away with it. And a company that big, it wouldn't surprise me if they did pay something off to try to make this a thing. Now, more conspiracy theory stuff. I don't know if you guys remember, but I can't remember when it was, but there was a whole issue where the government admitted there was a single-use projectile, firearm, that could, hit the button on people and nobody would know. It was virtually, it was untraceable and virtually, you could not hear it. It would be, the smallest of noise. Nobody would even bat an eye. They would assume it was just a crackling somewhere. But it was enough to hit somebody and you could walk away and nobody would know. We haven't heard about that since, but this guy, magically gets pneumonia super quick, passes away instantly, and it's pretty much a conspiracy. Now, there might be more to it that hasn't come out because this is rather recent. As of recording this, it's only been an hour since this news broke, which is really wild. But that's not where Joshua's story actually ends. So he's been trying to out them, confront them and, basically have this situation taken care of. Because thing is, all these quality defects that would happen to a plane, because they had 2 crashes years ago that took the life of a lot of people. And the problem with it is, with him trying to, explain this to them, hey, your quality is garbage. When you have, say, a pinhole weld or something that's a problem, this is supposed to be their quality control. If any wind, because these things are going fast. These ain't going 20, 30 miles an hour. They're going really fast, hundreds of miles an hour. If wind catches into that just right, it will bust the seams of anything. And you're talking about it on a plane. If you have structural damage, a plane going hundreds of miles an hour is about to shred apart and delete everybody in there. So it was kudos to him to try to expose that, to be honest, if all these allegations are true. And I am actually I'm not on the fence. I 100% believe this is true. I believe this company is doing terrible things. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying I believe in what they were trying to release. And to go ahead and end on this, what was going on was around 2023 is when he was trying to basically sue them with like the Workers Bureau. I can't even remember right now. But basically, he was trying, because he was fired, and he was fired, in his words, due to retaliation against all the stuff he was trying to deal with as far as their quality control and outing him. So that's why he became a whistleblower. Now the other guy magically just himself anyway. So I don't get how that doesn't strike everybody as weird. But yeah, I'd like to see what you guys think. I mean, this is pretty wacky, pretty wild. There's a lot of dots to connect, and like I said, I mean, very coincidental for these to happen, so quick in the same year. I find it just baffling. Oh, and to be real quick, I'm getting this from the Guardian, so I don't know how reputable they are, but just to let you know, right here they're saying, according to the Seattle Times, Dean was hospitalized after having trouble breathing. He was intubated and developed pneumonia and a serious infection before passing 2 weeks later. Oh, and real quick, what he was finding, what was found, apparently was clusters or metal shavings, or slivers, shavings basically, hanging over the wiring of flight controls that could have caused catastrophic damage if they had penetrated wires. So, yeah, they basically are saying they ignored all these complaints and started moving people, and there is no safe culture there, which, by the way, one of the companies I was talking about had as big safe culture. Safety culture is a big thing in factories, if you don't know. But yeah, that's basically the update on what's going on. I just thought I would share it with you guys. So yeah, tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, get the word out there that I think this is crazy. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.